roar of the engines fills the Texas Motor Speedway, a cauldron of speed and tension. October 12, 2003, the Chevy 500 is in its final stages. A relentless pace of over 215 miles an hour has whittled the field down to the best contenders. Among them is Kenny Bräck, a Swedish veteran who has been among the top drivers for several seasons after years of blood, sweat and tears. Bräck is locked in a fierce battle for third place with Tomas Scheckter, son of the legendary Jody. Their cars are side by side, two missiles streaking across the Texas oval. Bräck inches closer, looking for the perfect moment to pass. There's a slight contact between the wheels. Bräck's front right touches Scheckter's rear left, and then it happens.
Right now inside the helmet.
Big crash! Major incident. Kenny Bräck getting way high up into the fence.
To understand the gravity of these moments, one must first know Kenny Bräck and those wild years of races in the American ovals.
Hi, this is Kenny Bräck. Come see me and the rest of the Indy 500 stars take to the high banks of the Monster Mile at over 180 miles per hour.
Born in Arvika, Sweden in 1966, Bräck built his career on raw talent and unwavering determination. After climbing the ranks of European motorsports, he found his place in the United States, joining the IndyCar series in the 90s.
He has tried, and on his 14th try, Kenny Bräck is going to victory lane in the Pep Boys IRL. He wins the Visionaire 500.
Handling every aspect of his professional career personally, from securing sponsorships to negotiating contracts to winning on track, Bräck has proved himself not only to be an exceptional driver, but also to be a fierce competitor. And in 1999, after years of struggle, Bräck reached racing immortality, winning the Indianapolis 500.
Kenny Bräck, Indy 500 champion.
Thank you. I also want to thank Anita, my fiance.
And the fiance stepped in
For putting up with me.
But in open-wheel oval racing, precision and danger go hand in hand. Especially in the late 90s and early 2000s, high-speed crashes in American racing became a grim reality, claiming the lives of drivers like Greg Moore and Dale Earnhardt, and forever altering careers like the one of Alex Zanardi.
As we suggested, took the win of the race with his teammate Max Pappas finishing in second and pulling up along.
I hope Zanardi and the play guy is okay, and I really hope everything else will be okay too. So.
On October 12, 2003, in Texas, what was broadcast on national and international television was something unimaginable.
And he's got to be thinking inside his cockpit right now. Inside his helmet.
Big crash!
Bräck's car is launched into the air, crashing into the outer barrier. Inside the cockpit, as the car smashes into the wall, Kenny Bräck experiences forces no human body should ever endure. Smoke rises from the mangled remains of what once was a race car. The crowd is frozen in shock. The US commentators remain composed, but their voices carry that unmistakable tone. The tone you hear when you know someone has likely died on the track. Everyone knows this crash is different.
The catch fence keeping the car contained inside the racetrack, but hopefully no at least life-threatening injuries to Kenny Bräck.
The crash data recorder would later reveal a deceleration of 214 Gs, a staggering number. By comparison, a fighter jet pilot in extreme maneuvers may endure from 7 to 9 Gs, never as much as 200. Emergency crews rushed to the scene, finding Bräck conscious but destroyed. His right femur is broken, his sternum is crushed, his lumbar vertebrae fractured, one of which exploded, releasing spinal fluid. The survival cell of the car that was recently redesigned to better protect the driver has performed its job brilliantly, keeping Bräck alive. But the sheer violence of the impact left Bräck's body destroyed beyond imagination. The medical team works against the clock, carefully extracting him from the wreckage. Every second is critical. Bräck's face is pale, his body is motionless, but his eyes are wide open. Against all odds, he's alive. The road to recovery is long and excruciating. Bräck, initially 1 movement away from paralysis, undergoes multiple surgeries to rebuild his shattered body. Months and months of grueling rehabilitation follow, each day a battle against pain and frustration. Every step forward is a victory, every tiny improvement is a major success. 2 weeks after being discharged, Bräck is rushed back into surgery for a potentially fatal blood clot. He is saved at the last moments. The next month he returns to the hospital, but this time for the best possible reason. His daughter, Karma, is born. It is then that Bräck decides to change his life, channeling his passion into music.
I had a big crash in 2003, and then my daughter Karma was born too during that period, and it became like maybe a little turning point. So I gave up racing. And have you had any like turning points like that where you start thinking about what am I doing and how am I going to do it in the future?
I don't know if it was as specific as your circumstance. I had heart surgery about 7 years ago, and I think my personality was complicit in my coronary artery disease. The path that leads you to a quintuple bypass surgery, you realize that maybe everything that you used to fight about and fight for, perhaps not that important.
Produced a concussion and ligamentous injuries to his lower neck area. That the replacement of the car would be 1999 Indy 500 winner Kenny Bräck.
But in 2005, unexpectedly, he replaces the injured Buddy Rice at the Indianapolis 500, qualifying with the fastest average speed on the field, 227.598 miles an hour. However, a mechanical failure forces him to retire midway through the race, finishing in 26th place. This would mark the end of his open-wheel racing career. After retiring from IndyCar and making one last attempt at glory, Bräck is convinced to walk away from professional racing, but unexpectedly once again, he would find himself back in competition, this time in a setting far removed from what IndyCar was.
Here we go.
In 2009, he wins the X Games Rallycross event, defeating the legendary Travis Pastrana. That victory is not just a testament to his driving ability, but also to his relentless spirit, the ability to overcome the worst of circumstances and still emerge victorious. In 2017, Bräck would push himself once more for one final great challenge, setting an extraordinary record at the infamous Nürburgring Nordschleife. Behind the wheel of a McLaren P1 LM, he records a blistering lap time of 6 minutes and 43 seconds, the fastest time for a street legal prototype, proving yet again that his mastery behind the wheel never faded.
You're putting your life right on the line, you know, when you do Indy 500 and similar activities. You know, you have to have an inner drive that drives you to do these things. You know, I wasn't going to let that accident, you know, beat me down. I saw it more like a temporary knockdown, let's put it that way.
Today, Kenny Bräck leads a quieter life, far from the chaos of the racetrack. His story is one of courage, recovery, and an unbreakable will to rebuild after unimaginable destruction. It's also a story of an involuntary record, what remains in a tragedy that was narrowly avoided. Kenny Bräck did not just survive, he redefined the impossible, surviving 214 Gs of deceleration.
It was the highest recorded G-force ever. The recorder in the car measured 214 Gs. I don't think I suffered much, but I don't know, I survived it.